Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Total War Attila in our Eternal Empire series. So we are in a very, very good position at this point. It is, what year is it? I have no idea. It's 454 AD. It's winter, so it's about to be 455 AD. We are, of course, a Roman pagan, Greco-Roman pagan religion. Sanitation +2 as a result of having that little benefit. We converted eons ago and then conquered the Sassanids and have done great things since. The most recent of which has been the total defeat of the Huns. We had a few good climactic battles to finish that off. Attila died rather not anticlimactically, and now we are slowly pushing west to reclaim the full territory and take the map and establish ourselves as the true Roman Empire once again. One thing that I've mentioned many, many times in past episodes, but if you happen just to be jumping in, Rome has been burned to the ground, and I'm really, I'm just hoping so much that one of these powerful factions, the Picts, who we are at war with, or the Western Roman rebels, who we are not at war with, use their resources to rebuild the city of Rome. Even if it's just rebuilding it to the point of being a pile of ruins, that's fine. That's totally fine with me. I would genuinely like to be able to march on Rome myself. But speaking of marching, we are in a very, very good... I just gestured with my hands. I want you to know that. While I was talking, I gestured with my hands. You can't see what my hands are doing. Why did I gesture with my hands? That doesn't make any sense. Speaking of marching, we are in a very good position militarily. I have an army here, here, and then recovering from having recolonized in several spots, I have armies, one about to colonize here, one here, and one here. So they can come this direction, but this border is more or less held. There's a slight gap there, but I have my armies in a very, very good position at the moment. I'm actually going to end the turn to kick off this episode and kind of let everyone do their thing, see what the Picts might do, see what the Western Roman rebels might do. Again, we are at war with the Picts. It's ironic that we're at war with the Picts because we are currently, as of the moment that I'm recording this, I am also doing the Lord of the Scots series in this time slot, alternating back and forth. So, and I have, of course, started as the Picts in that series. So, very interesting to have this little conflict happening. So we have this army here in Rugion that is very close to Angelus. It's a picture city in modern Denmark. Interesting. So the Hispania faction, a defensive alliance. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm about to kill you. But you should rebuild Rome first. Just saying. What was I saying a moment ago? The Hispania people over here. Let's speed things up a bit. There we go. Looks like they are giving the Picts a little bit of trouble. They control Carthage, so we're going to have to go to war with them pretty soon. I also have two armies down here, and I have had them for a while. Didn't point those out, but they kind of will be able to help strike from below when I do make a push for the Italian peninsula. They've been strategically positioned there for probably at least 50 in-game years. They've just been stationed there for the future, for the purpose of doing things in the future. All right, so we've got some attrition happening. There's some disease happening in Romula. I'll have to fix that. Looks like I'll have to fix those positions as well. Okay, what is happening here? It does appear that... Okay, so I've currently got a growth bonus style sanitation building set up, and that does not appear to be very good for the surrounding province. But I don't think there's a lot I can do about it right now, so I'm going to leave it as is. It does not appear that Rome has been rebuilt just yet, but there are... I don't know. I want to give them a chance to do it. Let's see what else we can do in the meantime. I've got this army here. Let's go ahead and colonize Oyum. That army is in really, really bad shape now at this point. I need to rebuild them, but at least we now have all of the territory rebuilt up here. We just have to conquer this territory, which belongs to one faction that we are not at war with. What faction is that, by the way? Is it the Rugians? Yes, the Rugians control that territory. So aside from that, we actually control everything around them. So that's definitely going to be my next objective while I try and give everyone a chance to... or give one of them a chance, one or both a chance to, cause some mischief down here that would benefit me in the future. So, also got some money to spend. Let's have a look at where my other armies are really quick, and then have a look at military captains and such. Our Hamar, you look like you're in pretty good shape, but you could also use a rebuild. I'm going to move this army. This is going to hurt this army a lot. I'm going to move them down to Olbia in the winter. So these life bars are about to go way down. That's not as bad as I thought. All right. This army here. Oh, hello. I forgot about you. Got an army all the way over here in Anacopia. So that's quite good. Let me go ahead and build consecrated ground there to bring in some Roman influence. But it looks like that Roman influence is already growing. Yes, it's only at 16%, but it's growing rapidly. So that will help with public order as things continue to get better. But yeah, that is some good news. Now, food production here is also pretty good with an upgrade incoming. So maybe I can go ahead and fully upgrade these towns. Not just yet. There might be something else that I can spend that money on. All right, well, I'm going to take this army, and I'm going to go ahead and move them out. Actually, wait. Yes, I'm going to move them out. We're going to rapid march them, and we're going to send them straight over to Constantinople. It's going to take a couple of turns, and because of that little maneuver I just did, I lost a little bit of movement on that army, but that's fine. This army looks to have fully healed up. They definitely need like a total upgrade as well. So I'm going to have them march all the way down to Constantinople. It's going to have an effect on them too. But I need my armies to all be completely modern Roman armies. These two armies are a little bit too far away to experience that upgrade, so those forces are outdated. But that's okay. I'll make do with that situation as it is. Now, it looks like this province here is desolate, so we could probably do a little bit more recolonizing to expand our borders just a little farther. The question is, could I do it right now? It does not appear so. Actually, it does. I don't see a red arrow there, so I might be able to use this army to recolonize Erigalia. But I'm probably going to wait to do it for a bit because those armies are looking a little weak, and I'd rather wait until it's not winter. So, let's look at our military positions. Going to make our adopted son a master of soldiers. Make this guy master of offices. Make this guy commander-in-chief. Wow, some of these guys that I'm putting in lower positions are definitely worthy of higher positions, including this guy. So they're not going to be thrilled with getting lower positions. But they're just going to have to deal with it. Meanwhile, we go ahead and build waterworks there so we can improve sanitation because Budorgas and Nitrawa definitely need it. And then what else can I do? There's a lot of rebuilding happening right now. A lot of rebuilding. Alright, everything's good here. Public order is improving here. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade Sopiane all the way up, just to give it a little bit of extra growth. So there is a sanitation issue, a very small one, in Thessalonica. And that's unfortunate because there's virtually nothing that I can do there. So we're just going to have to make do with that. Oh, yes. These cities have needed to be upgraded for a while, especially considering the fact that they're all, that all of these farms are only at level 3, and they're still fairly productive. So I'm going to, I mean, that's definitely going to make that a more productive territory. Also, speaking of productivity, let me go ahead. Can I? Yes, I can safely upgrade this to get some additional wealth. And that is our money for the turn. So let's go ahead and end the turn. Marcus Tertius has leveled up. We're going to give him a couple skills. And the next time he levels up, he's only 56. So he's going to be a pretty strong governor. We currently don't have a successor to the imperial crown. Very frustrating. I've talked about it several times in past episodes, so I won't go over it again. I've gone over the whole Rome thing many times because I'm obsessed with it. If you can't tell, I'm chomping at the bit to see one of those powerful factions rebuild the Eternal City. I would love for that to happen. It'd be cool to rebuild it too, but, you know, what can you do? I want to actually see the city, and that involves marching on it. Okay, so these are... I need to arrange these promotions. We're going to let this guy use his influence. Actually, no, I'm going to use mine in this case. Use mine there, because right now I have plenty of influence. Now, it does seem that there's additional room here. We're definitely going to add fishing jetties, upgrade those farms, upgrade the reservoir, and yeah, as of doing that, I can upgrade the adobe kilns and still have money. Good lord. Holy crap. This is nuts. Okay, let me go ahead and fully upgrade these cities then. So that's a Middle Eastern province. And then here, yeah, I can't upgrade that any farther because it'll increase squalor. And I don't want to have an issue with that. So there is a food shortage in Constantinople. That's unfortunate. Can't really do anything about that. Fishing wharf. I can do something about that. That'll help with the food shortage here, improve public order a little bit. And you know what? I can go ahead and upgrade that shrine too. Alright, it would appear that the army I withdrew from here is... Wait a minute. I guess I did withdraw that army. They were kind of important. they're helping to maintain public order. So public order is dropping in Transcarpathia, which is one of my rear provinces. I'm going to have to be careful with that. So let me now take this army and move them down to Marcianopolis. Can I potentially move them? Yes, I can. Well, I'm just going to rapid march them. So there's that. And this army was coming across as well. So I'm going to have them go. And then this army up here. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I know you're up here. There's that army in Oyum. Oh yeah, they definitely need help. There you go. There you are. All right, we're going to bring them down to Constantinople as well. Of course, having already given the orders, they would have moved automatically. But I want to have a little bit more exact control over what's happening right now. All right, so I can't recolonize right now, but I will in the next turn because these armies will be ready to make a more decisive move. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't withdraw those armies right now. Oh, wow. Holy crap. I need to... Holy crap. All right. So, Lapferdum has not been converted away from Pictish-style building, so I need to do that. Completely forgot. But that is problematic. They have a Pictish religion building there. I need to get rid of that. Get some Roman paganism going. Alright, so they have some armies moving north, which is not good. I mean, they're moving their armies that could resettle the area out of the area. So, and plus that means they're coming to confront me, which is fine. Bring it on. I don't care. But it just makes it less likely that they're going to do really what I want them to do. All right. Commander. Okay, let's go ahead and convert here. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to convert that. And I will go ahead and convert that to a Roman religion building. And then Casurgis, you need a growth bonus. So, latrines, it shall be. Food bonus here, food bonus there, food bonus everywhere. Horse breeder? Yeah, let's do that. Bring in some additional money. Fishing wharf? No, let's upgrade the farm first. Then the trade wharf, then the fishing wharf, and then looks like we can upgrade the theater as well. And the library. Wow, that's going to be a very productive province. But that's also almost all of my money. Which is fine by me. I don't mind it. Okay. Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect. So we can do a waterworks in Arhamar. That'll definitely help with public order. and with sanitation. So that's just the best. It's the best that could have happened there. All right, we're going to keep these armies moving, do the same thing I did last time. This army is ready to be rebuilt, but I don't know that I have the money to rebuild them. Yeah, I have enough for 1 unit. Literally 1 unit. All right, I'm going to move this army into Constantinople, and we'll rebuild them next turn. End turn. Got a lot to do, not a lot of time to do it. Meanwhile, the Picts are trying to position themselves against my armies, which is cute, really. Actually, in this brief moment while I am rebuilding these armies and don't really have a strike force in the area, apart from the defensive armies that are in place stabilizing the Western Front, they could do some damage to me. It wouldn't last long, but they could. All right. Of course, now there's disease in Thessalonica. All right, so one of our... Ooh, Raetia at Noricum is about to have a rebellion. That's not good. How'd that happen? I guess we'll do a prime forest. I guess it happened just because... Yeah, I don't have any armies in the area. That's silly. Here, let me move you over here. And that will slow that rebellion a little bit. That army is not really in peak condition. I mean, it's okay. But could be a lot better. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade Oyam. Definitely upgrade Arhamar and upgrade the latrines here. And what else? Yeah, you're going to come all the way down here. Okay. Time to get some upgrading done. This looks like it was a cavalry army, but you know, we don't really need cavalry armies anymore. So I'm actually going to break these units down. And we're going to send them west to Thessalonica very soon. Because they need to be armed with artillery. Okay, no, don't need that many. Just 3. That's perfect. Yeah, then we're going to send them over for... Yeah, I've got to get crossbowmen set up here. Perfect. So in 1 turn, those 2 armies will be built up, short of needing the artillery improvements. And then this army is how close? Pretty close. I'm moving them through the snow, which is killing them, literally. It's literally killing them. But they'll be okay. They'll be all right. They will recover. All right, let's go ahead and break those down again. I've got to remember to break down the buildings in Lutfordham. Meanwhile, what have we got going on down here? As always, while I'm jumping around, if you lose track of me, just look at the little indicator on the map and you can see where I'm looking as I scroll across the map. Let's go ahead and upgrade this thing here because I feel like religious differences are still... Yeah, there's still a pretty big influence on public order, so the better I make that problem, the more stable that province is going to be since I don't have an army in it. And, okay. There's a commercial bonus, but I've got more farming, so I feel like there we go. Yeah, the Basilica of Isis will give me additional wealth. Or there's wealth 20% from cultural buildings, like the Imperial Library and the Great Theater. If I do the Serapeum. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get that wealth bonus instead. By the way, thank you to the commenter who helped me figure that out. Just because I don't know why I've never really closely paid attention to which buildings are augmented by the different temple upgrades, but I just haven't. Like, it's not something that I've really focused on figuring out and learning, and I should have. Let's do a theater in Ephesus and then upgrade the statue carver, upgrade the cattle pens, the leather worker. Probably can't be safely upgraded, so we'll leave that for now. And Let's see. What about this place? Definitely need to upgrade that. A little bit of extra food production. It's not going to hurt them. And it seems like some fields would be good there, but I'm going to need to upgrade these waterworks. So I've got a lot of building to do. I frankly don't have enough money right now to do all of the building. Oh, wait. I'm going to cancel that. Come over here and build waterworks in Kariskos, because that'll help with growth in that province. See, that's what I'm talking about. I frankly don't have enough money to go around to help with all these provinces. But as they grow, they will, of course, become more and more powerful economic engines. And please send one of those armies south to Rome. Please, for the love of God. We're going to end the turn. Anicius Vera. Or Anicius Vatia. This is actually our adopted son. Oh, cool. He has Vera Lustris at a very young age. That's wonderful. So he continues to be an awesome character. But so far he hasn't produced an actual son. And I'm torn between who I want to give the crown to. He's just a much better character than Nero. And he has foreign interests. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like our bastard son. I just think it's natural to prefer Anicius Vatia, and maybe he can adopt someone as well that could be equally awesome. I'm going to promote him too. So I think I've all but decided. I've been really going back and forth on this for a long time. Most recently, I was actually leaning back towards the bastard son because at least that's in the bloodline of Arcadius. So if, with this adopted child, actually the bloodline ends, the current bloodline. Still, power is still kept in my family per se, but the children will be adopted 2 generations in a row if this happens, because Anicius Vatia is not conceiving a son, and he needs to be conceiving a son. He's just not doing it. He's not getting busy. I don't understand why. He's got an amazing wife that I was very happy to marry him to, and nothing's happening. It's pretty terrible. Hispania wants a trade agreement. I'm going to say no. Going to go ahead and say no. Alright, nothing's happening in Rome yet. That office has been secured. I'm going to pull the trigger. This is happening. I am declaring you the heir of the empire. You're not much younger than me. He's 46. He's actually not much younger at all, which really, really sucks. God, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But we'll make do. So he's officially the heir to the throne. He's been named heir. And it looks like we completed some research. So I'm going to keep focusing on not military, but civil developments. Because, let's see, Byzantine bureaucracy would enable the ability to build the treasury and the governor's palace. These also would be good. I'm going to go for that, though. So that's going to take 14 turns. It's going to take a while to build that. Our income is really nice at this point. All right, I'm going to move this army over to Thessalonica. Looks like they can be upgraded. I'm going to definitely do that. And then this army is also going to come down to play in Thessalonica. And I can recruit for them as well. And I can also fully upgrade them, which is beautiful, and I might cry. Alright, so let us build the crap out of some onagers. First time I'm going to have full onagers for a long time. I tried to do it earlier in the series, but I didn't have the finances to support armies with full, strong artillery complements. Now I do. Now I absolutely positively do, and it's wonderful. Alright, I'm going to kill all these units. Bye-bye. See ya. Because I need to recruit some new ones. So, Praetorian cohort, followed by crossbowmen, followed by Praetorian cavalry. Perfect. And then we'll be able to build artillery into that particular army as well. Oh, this spy's leveled up. That's good news. Let's give him more zeal. He needs more zeal. And additional zeal there, too. Why not? Very good.
Ready for orders. Ready for
taking a look at all my armies again, seeing what's happening. So public order here is still kind of crappy. Oh, need to break these buildings down a little bit more. Still working on Luffredom. Oh, I can definitely upgrade here. I don't know why I haven't done it sooner. The dye building, and that's all my money. So let's end the turn, and we'll see what happens at the beginning of this next one. I doubt it's going to be much of anything. The picks seem like they're trying to position themselves against me, but I don't... Ooh, interesting. Yes, I'll make peace with you. I don't want to fight the picks right now. I really don't. I want to consolidate my territory and give them a chance to maybe think about what they could do on the Italian peninsula, if you know what I'm saying. Basically, I'm just trying. I'm trying to put myself in the position of the AI. The AI is thinking in terms of, what do I have to do on each turn if I take away one of its priorities, which is fighting me. Okay, interesting. A worthy bride. She's a drunkard. I'm going to intervene. Because you deserve better, my boy. I don't know who you are, but you deserve better. Please have a child, for the love of God. It can't possibly be that hard. Hadrian said, being very insensitive to anyone who's ever struggled to have a child in real life. I apologize. Yeah, we're going to have to adopt one of these characters. Possibly. Once the heir assumes the throne. Gonna have to adopt pretty rapidly. We're just gonna have to adopt someone from a young age, give them all of their child rearing years as the heir. That would give them the ability to be in a better position, inheritance wise. Corinthus, no. I can have additional food production here, and there's a lot of food production buildings here, so we're gonna go with the was it the Serapeum or the Basilica of Saul Invictus? Or it's the Basilica of Isis. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go with that. And there's a growth bonus attached to that. I didn't notice that till just now. That's handy. All right, so here, speaking of growth bonuses, heck yeah, let's go ahead and do it there then. How did I not notice that until just now? That'll really help with some of these provinces that still need to grow some. Now, you can definitely be upgraded, so we're going to upgrade Petra Deva. Ooh, definitely going to upgrade the aqueduct network here because we've already got some sanitation issues in Insulae Orientalis. And can we... yeah, we can upgrade here too. Awesome. Starting to have a little bit more money to play with, and I can't do anything there. As soon as I'm done with this, I will go ahead and wrap this episode. Oh, there we go. That was the last of my money. I wanted to improve growth in Arhamar so these slots get filled in more. But anyway, this is where we currently stand. Conquered a little bit more this turn, and we've made peace with the picks. So that, again, we'll see what happens in the coming episodes. But what we're going to do is we're probably going to hit the Rugians as soon as our armies are all built and positioned and healed up, so that we have all of this territory. I was not comfortable with my army positioning until, you know, those that I called in from over here were in a better place. So now that that's done, I'm going to take care of the Rugians, and then we're going to push this way a little bit farther. Might have some wars declared on us because we're starting to get threatening, but that's the nature of the game. And then we'll keep going and expanding into former Western Roman territory as we expand the Eastern Empire. Nothing's going to stop us at this point. We have such an incredible power base with no public order issues down here in the Middle East. We've gone farther than the historical Roman Empire ever did, and it's amazing. So we're going to keep it going. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I upload new episodes in Eternal Empire every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. And if Eternal Empire is over when you're watching this, it'll be something else in kind of a grand strategy or historical strategy type of vibe. So check that out if Eternal Empire is no longer running as a series, which might be soon at this point. We'll see. We're on episode 83, about to go into episode 84, and I just feel like we've done most of the stuff we can. So yeah, good times. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in a bit.